Hello students, this is Sudeep Yadav from Spectrum Chemistry. So students, if you are first time visiting to my channel, so please like and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get best explanation of NCERT book of class 7th subject science. And students, if you are watching this video, so please go to my playlist and watch the previous 3 chapter videos which I have made previously. And students, in this video I am going to discuss about the heat, that is the new chapter, and the topic is heat and temperature. So let's start students. Heat and temperature. Let's see. Everything is made up of the extremely small particles called molecules which show movement. The molecules of a substance move because they possess energy, that is kinetic energy. The sum of the energy possessed by all the moving molecules of the substance is called its thermal energy. Now next, heat. What is heat? Let's see. When a hot object and a cold object come in contact with each other, a type of energy flows from the hot object to the colder object. This energy is called heat energy, and the SI unit of the heat, that is the joule, and calorie is the older metric unit to measure the heat. Now temperature. What is temperature? The degree of hotness or coldness of an object is called its temperature, and the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. So this is the temperature. Now next, measurement of temperature. So the instrument by which we can measure the temperature, that is known as the thermometer, and there are the two types of the thermometer. Number first, clinical thermometer, and second one is a laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometer is used by doctors to measure the body temperature of the patient. So let's see what is the clinical thermometer and what is the structure of the clinical thermometer. Let's see the discussion of the thermometer. The commonly used clinical thermometer is made up of a narrow tube of the thick glass. You can see in the given pic the clinical thermometer I have provided to you, and you can see here a glass tube is existing, that is the narrow glass tube, and it is, you can say, this is a capillary tube. At the end of the capillary tube is a thin glass bulb filled with mercury. So you can see here at the end of the thermometer a bulb, that is the glass bulb, which is filled with the mercury. Mercury is preferred in thermometer because it is present in liquid state over a wide range of the temperatures, means 35 degree Celsius degree temperature, 37, 38, it will exist in liquid state. It is silvery grey in color. Therefore, it is relatively easy to observe, means you can easily identify the temperature because its specific color. It doesn't stick to the glass in which it is enclosed. So this is another advantage of mercury. Next, the scale in a clinical thermometer extends over a few degrees on either side of the normal body temperatures of 37 degrees Celsius. And the range of the clinical thermometer will be 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Now next point, the clinical thermometer is marked to indicate a small change of 0.2 degree Celsius. Next, the capillary tube of a clinical thermometer has a kink or bend that does not allow the mercury to flow back into the bulb before the temperature has been read. So kink is very important for the thermometer. Now next, to lower the level of the mercury after the measuring the temperature, we have to jerk the thermometer 1 and 2 times. And when you will be jerk thermometer, the mercury will comes to its last point. So this is very important. Now next, while using a clinical thermometer, the following precautions should be taken. So let's see what are the precautions we must be taken during the measuring of temperature and when we are handling a clinical thermometer. So let's see, the thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. Means we should disinfection of the thermometer is necessary. Otherwise, if any person is suffering with any disease like the viral disease, like the bacterial disease, so at that time this can be transferred to another person's body. So this is very important. We must have to antiseptic solution to neutralize, to disinfect the thermometer. This is very important. Now next, the thermometer should be read keeping the level of mercury along the line of sight, and it should be handled with care. And the bulb of the thermometer should not be touched while taking reading. Hold the temperature by its glass body, not from the end of the thermometer. This is very important. It should be ensured that before use the mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degree Fahrenheit. So means on the clinical thermometer there are the two scales. Number one, that is degree Celsius, and second one will be degree Fahrenheit. So students, I hope you must have enjoyed this video. So